I heard about a couple of planes landing in Iran, and a lot of people were saying that these were members of Hash Shabi or other foreign groups, that the mercenaries that the Islamic Republic is bringing from outside of Iran to Iran via
Okay.
planes to start killing Iranian people. That was a couple of days ago. I don't know where are these planes coming from? They're coming from China, or they're just Chinese planes?
I have only seen Chinese military cargo aircraft. That's all I've seen.
Are they Chinese and owned by the Islamic Republic, for example, or are they Chinese owned by China? Because the Islamic Republic does have Chinese, military equipment. So who owns it?
Yeah,
You
good
know?
point to differentiate. Yeah.
So I don't know. So I haven't seen it, so I can't comment. But I do know there's a lot of things happening, and it's hard to it's hard to figure out what's happening. I just but that's the only thing I've heard about, that some of these people. Also, by the way, a lot of these Shabby people, which by the way in English they are called the Popular Mobilization Front, which is a Shia proxy group, terrorist group in Iraq that the Islamic Republic has built. A lot of them have already been inside Iran, so I don't know if they need to move them from Iraq to Iran, because they came as university students in large numbers into
Mhm.
Iran, so they already were there in Iran. So that's another thing that I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
And last little quick bit. Did you remember to message Tall?
Yes, I did. He didn't respond.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Can you remind him that I messaged him and he didn't respond?
Yes,
Thank you. Does he? I don't want to pressure him. Does he even want? Does he really want to talk to me on his channel? Like about the show on his channel? Is that like a thing that he really
absolutely.
wants?
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
for setting that up. Before you raise your hand, I think Danny raised his hand.
That's what I was going to say.
You-
Daniel.
Alright. So you put on your show a few hours ago website to monitor regime mercenaries, and I wanted to ask there are to prevent abuse. So since the Islamic Republic controls many bots and has supporters, some in Iran, otherwise in Russia, China, or general leftist circles, how do we prevent them from downvoting collaborators and randomly upvoting people that they don't like? And how do we prevent them from uploading fabricated evidence?
Okay. So you're talking. Okay, so for people who don't know, you're talking about the Mosuryab website, right? So for people who don't know what Danny is talking about, there was a website that was made by Iranians inside Iran regarding finding mercenaries of the Islamic Republic and everybody who's helping the Islamic Republic anywhere in the world, to find them, to identify them, to gather evidence regarding their cooperation with the Islamic Republic, and anybody could submit the people there, but then it has to be reviewed, and then everybody could actually provide more information, and it's democratic. People could upvote, downvote based on whose cases are credible and whose cases are not. So Danny is asking, what if the people from the Islamic Republic come in and they participate in the voting? Is that your question? Is that your point? So how do we avoid that? Yeah, okay. So I wouldn't worry about that, because they're so few in number compared to the rest of Iranians, that their voting is not going to have much of an effect. The reason why they have so much effect when it comes to suppressing Iranian people is because they shoot into crowds and Iranian people are unarmed. But when it comes to the total numbers, they are such a small minority that you don't have to worry about, like, compared to the vast majority of Iranians who will be participating on our side, they're going to be so insignificant. It's like a drop in an ocean. So their numbers are very, very low. This is why they're shooting people in the streets. They're showing this level of violence because of their low numbers. They're really terrified. They're so small in number that the only way that they could survive is to use extreme violence, but their numbers are very low. Does that answer your
Uh,
question?
Well, not exactly, because what I was thinking is that if you live in some city and you saw some guy do some shit in your city, then you're going to upvote him. But you're not going to necessarily upvote people in other cities that you don't know anything about. Whereas if you're for the Islamic Republic, you can just downvote everybody. Even if you're like 5% of the population, you can still have a big effect
I don't
if
think
not
this
everyone
is going
votes.
to be based on who's in your city and who's not in your city. I think this is going to be based on the evidence that is being collected and the information that is being shared and the documents that are online and the videos that have been taken and the pictures have been taken. I think it's going to be a more collective national effort rather than based on local information of
Then,
what you've said.
okay, so that just leaves what if they start fabricating pictures with AI?
Okay, come on. AI pictures are so, like you could easily identify AI images as AI with AI, and I think once you have when you have a group of people fact checking things, the false information will immediately be, I mean, identified. It's
Oh,
pretty easy. Once
okay.
we have a large group of people fact checking things, these things usually will be called out so fast.
I think
I
pictures
mean,
probably yes, but maybe documents would be harder to check.
but documents have numbers, and there are people, like, for example, I remember when we were trying to verify that the documents that showed how they killed Nika Karami, okay, they immediately found someone within the regime that compared the numbers of the document from something that they have access to within the regime, and they basically verified that the document is genuine. There's so many different leaks, so many people in so many different places, and so many people with a good history, with a good record of fact checking and verifying, and with a history of being trusted in so many different places, that these things are really hard to hide.
All right.
Yep.
So I had 2 points. One point I would like to address to what you said about AI and about pictures with AI and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, if you are a critical thinker, I'm a critical thinker. If we sit together and we watch kids with 18 toes from Gaza, we understand that it's probably fake. The left doesn't. If they have a narrative and something to stick with, they're gonna lie through their teeth and they're going to try.
But the thing is, we weren't talking about like social media posts regarding, to create a narrative. We're mostly talking about this website and a fact checking initiative, which is separate from what we put on social media, as into, make a narrative or propaganda.
Okay. And something completely separate. I think that it's okay to talk about some sort of a temporary win for His Royal Highness King Reza. I mean, and his people, because the way I kind of see it, if you go on the media, if you go on TV and you do two things that maybe they're separate, but I'll stick them together because it was approximately at the same time. You do two things. Number one, you tell the people to sit down tight, the help is on the way, and you did good, which is kind of what he said. And the other thing that he said is, listen, you little turban kisser, little shit, we're going to get you and we're going to get all your friends, and there's no place on Mars you could hide. So these two messages together, I think it's kind of a temporary win for the people. Now, number one, it's a pat on the back. Number two, go sit at home. The casualties are high. Help is coming, and I think it's kind of a temporary win for now. Sure,
If you
definitely.
yeah, so a lot of people, so there might be some insistent on trying to say that the Iranian people are still in the streets. The Iranian people have made the wise decision to go home right now, but everything that I'm getting from every single contact that I have from Iran is that everybody agrees that they're ready for the next wave, and nobody that I talk to gives a crap about dying. Everybody, like, what they witnessed has completely shifted their mindset. Like, everybody in Iran has witnessed hell, and now their mindset is on a different, they're living in a different world than us. Okay, like their value system has completely changed, and everybody wants revenge. Everybody thinks that the price that they have paid is too much for this revolution not to be successful. So many people don't care about dying, they just want to make sure that they continue to fight. This temporary pause, based on my understanding of what is coming from Iran, is just regrouping, recovery time, and reassessing the situation and waiting. Everybody is waiting to go back. This is not retreat. This is not the end of the revolution. Every time somebody gets their voice out, they want to. There's two messages that is coming out. First, that we are all under the command of Prince Reza Pahlavi. Everybody should know that. There's so much unity over this now, more than ever. Two, we are going to go out, and the next wave is going to be even stronger. We're just evaluating how, when, and what is the spark that is going to get us out for the next wave. And they want everybody outside to know.
Another point that I had is you spoke about an estimated chaos that is currently ongoing in the IRGC. I saw an Israeli reporter, I don't remember his name, so don't challenge me, but he did a piece today that spoke about the fact that they're pretty much, you said that the Iranian people are not afraid of dying. They are very afraid of dying, and they're pointing fingers at each other and executing each other based on rumors. You
IRGC is afraid of dying? That's what you mean?
huh?
You're saying the IRGC members are afraid of dying?
Oh yes, they're pointing fingers at each other and blaming each other as being
Yep.
conspirators and stuff like that, and they're basically burning each other like matches, and they earned it. So there's
Yeah.
that, and there's my last point is I think that if we are putting our little fight online and stuff like that, I think that we should stop call it a protest. It is not a protest; it is a full-on revolt.